Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and the Batman Who Laughs issue number 3. You know I had to go with that variant cover. You know I had to go with that variant cover. Man, that's just beautiful. Let's get into this, guys. Let's get into this. I like this issue better than I liked issue 2. I didn't dislike issue 2, but there was some weird stuff happening. Weird stuff happens in here too, but you understand a whole lot more of what's up. All right, so the Batman Who Laughs, The Laughing House. Scott Snyder is the writer. Jacques is the artist. David Barron is on colors. Sal Cipriano is on letters. Jacques does the cover, variant cover, this one right here, baby. Riccardo Federici. I don't know which one it is, but I love you, man, because you made a beautiful cover. And of course, we got Bill Finger creating Batman with Bob Kane drawing other people's images and then being reworked into actually being Batman, but taking all the credit for everything. All right, so check this out, man. Check this out. I finally understand why Commissioner Gordon's son is being harassed at this point, and Batman comes in to do a little extra harassing. His eyes are all red because he's trying to stave off the Joker toxin that hit him, like the root Joker toxin that wound up getting to him from Joker's heart. And he's got about a week left of not turning because of all the meds that he's taking. Then he's got to find some other option. Things get bleak in this issue. That's real talk. It gets like dire where you can't read this comic book and think to yourself, well, I know how they're going to fix this, because I'm looking at this going, there's no way they can fix this. They're going to need another crisis to fix this. Like, this is going to change the Batman books. This is going to change the Detective Comics books, the Justice League books, anything else that comes in. Everything that they're going to have a regular Batman in is going to have to be from this point forward Elseworlds, because that ain't regular old Batman anymore. And there was a statement made about that before. Batman has to face off against oh crap, what's his name? The Batman with the guns. Batman Who Laughs, Batman Who Shoots people. How about that? The Grim Knight. All right, so he gets into it with the Grim Knight, and he loses. Oh, some cool things happen, and Batman doesn't go down like a punk. That's for damn sure. There's a face-off with guns with Batman. I'm just saying, dude, and yet it works, and you know it works. You'll look at this, and you might, man, there's a bunch of arguments going on outside about the snowplows. But anyway, really? Like, yeah, okay, horn blows. Does the driver? Anyway, excuse me. So, what do you call it? They get into it, man. And at one point, the Grim Knight starts talking trash. He starts talking about, in my Gotham City, the whole place is my Batcave. The entirety of Gotham City is my Batcave. Everything has the BATS. You know, it's a acronym. It's not an acronym. It's a initialization. You know what I'm saying? What do you call it? Boom, like, you know, the bats system everywhere and all the traffic lights everywhere. I know where everything is. The whole thing's my bat cave, and I've still got a Joker. You know, like we've taken everybody out. There's no more Joker. There's no more Penguin. There's no more Riddler. There's no more. And Batman, our Batman, he's like, and there's no Batman either. And the Grim Knight's the look on his face, man, because you know what he said. You know what he meant by that. You ain't Batman. Oh, man. I'm like, boom, that was great. Oh, that's not like, you know, war of horns out there with some freaking snowplows and some jackasses who can't wait for the freaking place to be plowed. No. Go check out my This Week in Comics, see how bad the snow was. It is, because it's still happening, and it's freezing rain. Everything's frozen right now. So, dude, like, this was hot. Look, there were mistakes, okay? I see a certain part in here where, like, a word is missing in the conversation, and it's like, man, that kind of takes me out of the conversation they're having in the comic book, because it's like, you just messed up. Where's the editor? Like, I found that by accident. I found it before I even got to it. It's going to sound weird, but, like, you know, when you get used to grading papers, you know, in English or whatnot, you're sitting there looking at stuff, and it's like, I saw it before I actually got to the line. I was sitting there speeding around. I was like, oh crap, the line underneath has a mistake. What is the mistake? Literally, I'm serious. And also I'm like, oh, that's a mistake. I reached for my red pen. So, dude, man, nonetheless, there's a conversation between the Batman Who Laughs and the Penguin, which I know it was good. I know it was good because of how good it went, but there were some parts in there, unfortunately, I couldn't read because really tiny red letters on big black background outlined by red, and it's all this little fiery conversation thing. Like, I know the way that he talks and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? The way that Batman Who Laughs talks, I love the way it shows, but it's not Bruce Wayne's voice. You can't sound like Bruce Wayne and have the text box look that differently. Even though the doorman in the previous issue, somehow the blind guy suddenly didn't, was like, oh, it sounds just like Bruce. It can't sound just like Bruce because they're visually showing it doesn't sound like Bruce. So I hear you, but you're lying. You can't have it both ways. Cake and eating it. That doesn't work. You either have your cake or you eat your cake. Suddenly that conversation makes sense now, right? That idiom that actually makes sense. Anyway, so there were absolutely problems with this, okay? But they were so far removed from the action in the story, and sometimes just the conversation felt like action. It was like, your heart's going to be jumping in this. This was great. What a great issue. And like the way that it ended, I always say you're going to end on a note. It damn well better be a good note. Don't you end on a sour note. You could start, crappy and hope that, they're going to keep on reading. You could fill it with garbage in the middle, whatever. That didn't happen here. But as long as you hit on a solid ending, people are going to forget about all the bad that they read in the comic book, and they're just going to be remembering this ended hot. So even though I'm talking about the things that were bad, I still can't help but thinking that ending was solid. And there were some good parts all through. I already mentioned a bunch of them. Bunch of good parts all throughout this comic book. But that ending, I'm just like, oh, change the game. Here's the script. Oh, it's been flipped. Somebody flipped the script because it was, wow. I can't wait. Can't wait to see issue 4. I can't wait to see the final issue. This is crazy. Guys, that's it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.